Mobi. It's a new way to get around your busy world or the studio or the weather wall, wherever you want to go. Take a ride with us on these new personal
Who needs
transport
feet?
vehicles.
You know, feet, I've always said feet are overrated.
We're doing weather from the future today. This is what weather's going to look like in 20 years, guys.
Look at the hands in the pocket.
A company in Denver is selling these guys, and we're going to be talking with the guy behind it and how you can grab one for yourself. They're surprisingly a little bit less expensive than I thought they would be.
I thought they'd be at least a couple of grand. Yeah. They are definitely fairly cheap. You want to get to your weather? We're really upping the the skill level of doing a weather forecast this morning. So here we are. Hey, what's up, Kurt? We are dealing with some scattered fog, especially along the northern front range, and that is going to stick around until at least 9 o'clock. So for your forecast today, partly cloudy skies. We do warm back up, and yes, we get a couple of storms out there during the afternoon. In 10 minutes, we're going to track those storms. We're going to have a look at when that fog clears up, and we'll have your 7-day forecast in just a few. See you guys.
You know how those things work. You've got the bar you hold on to. Well, these are kind of like segways, but without the bar. David Lesh is here. He's the guy behind the Mobi from a company called Nit-Wit. And you guys are based in Boulder now. You're moving to Denver, but you're a Colorado company. What is this all about?
You know, it's a pretty wild technology.
Is it for fun, for commuting? What is it?
You can do for whatever you want. The interesting thing about our Mobi Max is it's really the only one with big tires, so you can handle some terrain. So it really is something you can use throughout your day. You can go take it to the train station and cruise, through town. You can go through dirt, grass, gravel, bumpy sidewalks.
Well, let's zip around a little bit. Dutra's got the hang of this. He's like a pro.
He's pro,
yeah. And so, do you see these becoming more commonplace? I mean, you guys are making these. A bunch of other companies are trying this too.
Yeah, we've got a few competitors. We're the only ones that I think really make a Mobi that can handle kind of an everyday sort of situation where you can cruise around on a lot of different terrain. So it makes it very practical. You can go drop your car off at the tire store, get your tires put on, throw this in the trunk, and scoot home. It's an interesting device.
And $700 is relatively cheap compared to the other ones, but it's still a decent amount of money. This isn't a skateboard. I mean, this is a bit of an investment.
Yeah, I mean, it's a complicated piece of technology, and I think at $699, it's a pretty good deal. It's less than an iPhone, and people can use it to get around. It's got a 10 to 12 mile range, so you really
can
can
go 10 miles. You could go to the store.
One charge, go 12 miles on one charge. So.
And you called it a robot earlier.
Yeah, I mean, it's a computer. It's got a computer program. It's got gyroscopic sensors, accelerometers, temperature sensors. And it uses your body weight to balance you. So if you start, doing something crazy, it catches you.
What about snow? This is Colorado, man.
This actually does have a little bit of tread on it, and as long as it wasn't too deep, you can go through snow.
Because you don't want it to get all wet, right?
Yeah, you don't want to get it too wet. I actually kind of dunked it in the ocean a few weeks ago, and it was fine. It survived it, no problem. But I wouldn't go through any too deep puddles.
And can we go uphill, downhill?
30 degrees up, 30 degrees down. When you go downhill, it has regenerative braking technology, so it's actually putting power back into the battery anytime you slow down.
It's like an Indy car.
Exactly, like a Prius.
And Brooke, how do you feel? I mean, you didn't get as much time to practice as the rest of us did.
I really like it. Yeah. I could do tricks.
She got the hang of it quick. Well, she's a Razor scooter fan, so.
Yeah, she's doing great. She just hopped on it like 2 seconds ago.
A circle is not a trick, Brooke.
I know, I'm just kidding. I really love it. It's super fun. I'm all about this.
So if somebody wants to buy one of these, you guys are selling them online,
Yep,
right?
our website's nit-wit.com.
Okay.
And the device is called Mobi, M-O-B-I.
It's $700.
Yep, $699, and shipping's, probably Denver area, maybe $10. You can stop by our warehouse. We're currently in the process of moving to Denver, but you can stop by our warehouse and try it out in person if you'd like and see if it's for you.
I'm going to attempt to shake your hand right now.
I think we can.
I'm worried.
I think we can manage.
David Lesh with Nit-Wit. We're going to post a link to that site on kdvr.com. This could be the future. Do you think people will be using these?
They're catching on. I think that it is an interesting technology.
There you go. All right, guys. Now we're going to make Greg do weather on the Mobi. Greg?
This is like, you take something that's normally like a green circle, a beginner trail for me, and now we're making it the black diamond, because not only do I have to go over here, I have to do weather on it too. These things are actually really fun.
I'm having a great time.
Oh, yeah. All over here, but I guess quicker than walking. So let's go ahead and let's try and do a forecast on one of these. I'm going to show you right now dry air that's moving towards us. And you may have noticed this all the way through the morning. Dry conditions have really taken over Colorado, except for, of course, the fog. Here's Horsetooth, but look at this. This is just over the last half hour. Thank you, Ken, helping to clear out the fog. Thank you, Kirk. This fog was about a mile's worth of visibility earlier. Now we're doing okay. You're starting to get the sun, as promised, out in Fort Collins. So here you go, about 10 or so miles worth of visibility. Greeley's still low, and so is Fort Morgan.
but I think those are actually old observations, and we'll see that change within the next couple of hours. So by 5 p.m., we're at 87 degrees, daytime high temperature, just shy of where our normal is. And while we may get a couple of isolated storms, it is not going to look like it did yesterday. Now for the skillful part. I got to move to the other side of the graphic here as we take a look at temperatures over the next couple of days. Lower 90s for Thursday. This is as the really dry air starts to move. And you saw that map at the beginning showing all the kind of that sandy colored air, that dry air going to take over not only Thursday, but also Friday. High temperatures on Friday afternoon, getting to the lower, maybe even mid 90s when you start heading out towards the plains. Really looking like a good day out there. 80s, even in the mountains. So goodbye any snow that may be left on the top of 14ers. Then we got a chance of showers on Saturday, another chance of showers on Sunday as well as we cool down a little bit with afternoon cloud cover. And by Monday and Tuesday, it's kind of July as normal, guys. We're back to those typical July afternoon showers.
Now, you just be patient. I was stuck in reverse there for a moment.
Are you good? Oh, you're coming on in?
We're going to do it. Yeah, I promise.
You're going to do it. Have fun.
So you can see conditions are picking back up, down along 25, down through. I kind of have to squat a little bit. It's out of Highlands Ranch and up into downtown. Speeds are still off the mark because of that crash. And then over on Wadsworth and 4th, that accident's basically gone, so you don't have much to really deal with. And then conditions along 270 aren't bad. I don't think what I'm riding is highway accessible or acceptable, but it would still be fun, wouldn't it? Put some plates on it. Take a look. So here's the drive. Oh, hang on here. Here's the drive along 470 out of Highlands Ranch. Conditions here continue to improve from Santa Fe into the Tech Center. 11 minutes, guys. With that, we end with the famous spin.
And a 5.
And a high five.
Boom.
The spin is the best part. I'm a little dizzy.
How you doing, buddy?
That's a little close.
We are. That was almost a YouTube moment. This is weather and traffic from the future.
That's
You
right.
two suits.
These are called Mobis. They're from a company here in Colorado called Nit-Wit, and it's kind of like a Segway without the handlebar, and we managed to pick it up just over the course of probably the last hour or so.
I love it.
You're just doing circles.
This is.
Is this how you ice skate?
It feels like ice skating to me, or skiing,
The one thing I've noticed, the only time I've ever almost fallen off is kind of like when you're skiing and you do a power stop real
Right.
quick, and then you
Right.
try and catch yourself, and you kind of just plop over.
Because you can't do the pizza slice on
No,
this.
you can't. It's all French fry all the time.
Well, so David, this is the guy who owns the company here, and he's obviously a lot better than we are, but that's okay. He's just
They're getting pretty good.
See?
Yeah,
take this to
they're
the
not
mall.
bad.
to the
Can
mall.
we take this to the mall? Like, what's the rules on
Yep,
that?
you can bring this. This is actually, you can check it on, you can check it or you can carry it on any airplane.
Nice.
So it's compliant with all the FAA regulations, which makes it super handy for getting around airports.
Oh, with the wheelie
Oh,
bag
you can just
thing?
tow your, you can tow
Oh,
two.
man.
I've got 2 bags and just be towing them around the airport
Use
like
it
this.
on the golf course.
Yep, you can golf with it, absolutely. Throw your bag on your shoulders or tow it.
It's the
really
epitome
handy.
of being lazy, Greg.
It is. It really is. And hey, you can hit the golf course this afternoon too. Just a chance of some scattered showers out there for this afternoon. They're isolated, unlike yesterday. Any fog that you have early is going to clear up. Then Thursday, Friday, high temps in the lower 90s. And then we get to the upper 80s, lower 90s for the weekend. I just add some clouds in the afternoon and the typical July scattered showers, but we're kind of used to that stuff, guys.
Brooke hasn't closed
She's
her mouth
killing
the
it.
whole time. Hanging open.
So we're going to post our
Shocking
interview with
news.
David if you're curious about these things, because we think they're kind of fun. Go to kdvr.com. We've got a link to their website as well, so you can check out more info about this Colorado company producing something really, really cool.
Yay.
And yeah, that's that.
All right, so
You guys want to race?
we'll leave you with this, but yeah, go check out our website.
Conga line, let's go. Morning.
We've done really
All
good
right.
at not hitting
Have a
each
good day,
other so
everybody.
far.
So far, so good, but the area is getting smaller. Here we go.
Am I getting bigger?
Get in
as
line.
the thing is?